Hi, my name is Catherine Glover. I am a Midwest girl born and raised in Indiana, and currently I reside in the Los Angeles area. I'm an actress. I've done fitness modeling, I've done directing, producing, writing, a little bit of everything. But when I'm not doing that, it's anything to do with fitness and being outdoors. So for me, I took up yoga, and I am a yoga instructor. I teach privately, but I also teach yoga in jail to men and women. And when I'm not doing this, I work in a lot of homeless shelters across the community. Anytime I have the free chance, I'm outside in nature doing something active, whether it be longboarding, running through the mountains, hiking, camping, taking this sweet little guy on little adventures, anything that you can possibly do outdoors. I'm up for the challenge and trying new things. I've always been an athlete, so when it comes to a new sport, I'm always willing to try it. And when it comes to a challenge like hiking somewhere that I've never been, I've loved doing this as well. If I could think of 3 amazing things that stand out in my life, I would say it would have to do anytime I travel and experience something new. Iceland stands out for me. I took this trip with my parents. It was almost a month-long adventure, and we did a wilderness tour around the entire island. So we saw everything from waterfalls to glaciers, geysers, everything you can think of, volcanoes. It was so beautiful. And I think what I love most about Iceland was that they're self-sufficient there, and they completely 100% can live off their own land, and they respect their own land. And I think that's so beautiful. Which reminds me a lot of my next favorite thing I've done, and that was taking my yoga teacher training in Costa Rica. I spent a month there, and I lived in a tree house. So I was in the middle of the jungle, surrounded by wild birds and monkeys, learning yoga. When I wasn't doing yoga, I was renting 4-wheelers, exploring their lands, and learning how to surf. You name it. But I think what stands out with them was that they were so respectful of where they lived as well, and they were so grateful for their land, and all of them would go out at night and watch the sunset. It's just so beautiful to respect the earth that you live on. The last thing that I can think of that was absolutely amazing was one of my jobs that I did, and this job was in Hawaii. I got to direct yoga videos, and also I got to be in them as well. But what we did is we decided to go on an adventure to the 7 sacred pools. Well, we made our way up the mountain, and we hit our first waterfall. So we hiked through the woods, we went to the waterfall, and it was so beautiful there that we decided to film an entire class there. So I got to teach yoga right next to a waterfall. It was so beautiful. But this also makes me think, if I could take a 3-day trip, I would go back to Maui, and I'd do it all over again, and I'd actually make my way all the way up to the 7 sacred pools of Maui. So maybe rent a convertible, or possibly rent a scooter, put a backpack on, do some hiking, but make my way all the way up to the sacred pools and completely indulge in their culture, because they seem like the type as well that completely respects the land they live on. So this is a little bit about myself: adventurous, ambitious, creative, and compassionate for people, and of course animals as well. Thank you.